So just crossing over the train tracks now, and this is just going to bring me down to the Tinsley Canal, which will lead me straight back to Sheffield city centre. So I've got a choice here. I can either turn left and go to Rotherham, or right and go to Sheffield. Guess which one I'll be doing. I don't know what this used to be. Place where people drink lots of pop these days. Some Space Raiders down there. Youth hangout. Oh, there's even a bottle of cider there, look. Okay. I most certainly will. Didn't do this last time. Last time I just got a tram back from Meadowhall after completing the 5 Weirs walk. I have walked down here, or at least some part of it, just before I went travelling to Southeast Asia. We went on a story trail, which was a free event where we met up and were given headphones and walked down the canal and listened to old stories about Sheffield. It was really cool. In fact, this whole area, from what I remember, is really cool. So I'm looking forward to this. Sheffield Road Bridge. Hey. Not sure how many of these there are on the way back to Sheffield city centre. Could get out over there and go to the Tinsley Trans Cafe. Doesn't look very open. Let's let this guy pass.
Cheers, mate, thank you.
No. So I would imagine it's probably going to take me just under 2 hours. I think this will be quicker than the 5 Weirs walk. Don't know what I'm basing that on. Maybe just because it's just straight all the way. Well, we'll see anyway. Let me see what time it is. (14:14). So I reckon we'll be back in the city centre for 2 o'clock. Let's see if I'm right. I normally am. Not very often I'm wrong about anything, really. Oh, this is nice. Wonder if they'll give me a lift. How much to city centre? Obviously he's not taking customers. He really enjoyed that joke, didn't he? You could tell. Pike Bridge. Wonder where they got the name from that. Oh, isn't this nice? Nice little bench there. Have a nice sit down. Yeah, I'm glad I got up early today and got myself out to do this. Really enjoyed it so far. I'm buzzing walking down here, it's great. Got the whole place to myself. Yeah, it just makes me realise how much I miss exploring. It's the worst thing that can happen to someone who enjoys travel is to have a world lockdown. I plan to come back to Sheffield for a couple of months tops before I went off again, and obviously that's all been put on hold. But I just can't wait to get back out exploring. Just coming out here, I'm just buzzing. Just love it. Love going to places I'm not familiar with, places I've not seen before. Just seeing more of the world. I know it's only Sheffield, but that's pretty much all is allowed these days. So, but yeah, I can either go back to work and work every day for the rest of my life, and then reach retirement age, which might be God knows what it'll be by the time I get there, and then retire and then be too old to do anything. So I just don't see the point in that. I'd rather, you know, I've still got money left over from when I went travelling around Southeast Asia, because I saved up a bunch of money to last me a year, and I spent about a third of it. So I've still got money to travel. That's what it's there for. And I want to do it now, while I can climb the mountains and while I can go snorkeling and walk for miles each day and enjoy drinks at night and still get up in the morning to go exploring. I want to do it while I can. I don't want to wait while I'm 75 years old and have, you know, if I'm lucky, have a few years left. No, it's I want to do it now. So hi. Not sure what I'm supposed to do here. Go up the stairs, or this is the Tinsley Railway Bridge. So I probably know this bridge from above, but not from down here. I don't think it matters, does it? Another lock. Number 7 and 8. Don't want to get too close to the edge. It scares me just looking at the edge. Should see some canal boats as we get closer to the city centre. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? What's that guy doing? Is he fishing? Maybe this is not that long. Can't remember these locks being too far away from the city centre, but I might be wrong about that. Although, as I said, not usually long. I'm sitting on the fence with this one. I don't know if I don't think I am close to the city centre. I'm at Tinsley, aren't I? So I'm still got a way to go. Well, this is lock number 6. So I'm guessing that's some access from Tinsley down to the canals. There's an IKEA peeking through there. It's quite amazing when you think how many times people have walked or driven over the bridges and not even thought about coming down here. It's a shame that people can't take the litter home with them, just dump it in the canal. It really does spoil what is a beautiful place. It's crazy that there's just, you don't see people on here. There was barely anyone on the 5 Weirs walk, and I've seen, you know, 2 or 3 people on here so far. You know, if Sheffield was more of a tourist place, you know, if it was a bit more like Manchester or Leeds or something like that, there'd be tons of people down here having picnics and people selling ice creams and all that stuff. Oh, I've just been stood pointing at the camera. I didn't realise they're the first of the canal boats. Let's go and explore. Right, so this is where the oh, now which way do I go? Do I carry on this side or do I go over there? Choices. Well, last time I came down here I went down the other side. City centre, it says this way, so I can't go down here. Yeah, just beautiful. A couple of good friends of mine almost bought a houseboat to go and live in. They went and looked at one and seemed for a while that they were going to go for it. I can't remember why they didn't, but anyway, they ended up buying a post office in Scotland instead. I went to visit them recently, and when I went to Scotland earlier this year, it's good to see them. So, Gaz and Sal, hello. So I was just think, which way shall I go? And on the other side, that building over there with it's all painted, but I think I've come the right way, to be honest, because that's a car park, so I think that might be, the sign did say point in that direction was to go to Tinsley, so I think that might just be the exit. So this did say city centre, so I'm on the right path. Let's look at it. So the Sheffield and Tinsley Canal runs 3.9 miles from Tinsley back to the Sheffield Canal Basin, and there's 12 locks, I think there is. I'm sure I read 12, and this is number 1, so I guess that's it for locks. I've certainly not been walking 3.9 miles, so I've got still got quite a way to go. Sheffield, welcome to Sheffield, Tinsley flight. Fisherman here. Had much luck?
Been alright.
Alright.
Yeah.
It's beautiful down here, isn't it?
Mm.
It's first. Well, I've been once before, right? But yeah, can't wait.
I haven't fished down here for years. I came down about 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Right. Quiet.
Yeah, it's lovely.
What fish can you catch in here?
There's all sorts.
Is there? I walked up 5 Weirs. 5 Weirs walk, right, from you know, going up to Meadow Hall,
yeah.
And they were saying that there's salmon in there now.
Yeah, there is down far end.
Yeah, he said like they've not had salmon for about 200 years,
yeah,
but they've started coming up because they've got them fish passes, haven't they? What's letting them through? So
yeah, there's bream and carp and that in here. I've had a few this morning.
Yeah, you have to put them back.
Oh yeah, I would anyway. But,
Do you need a licence to fish on here then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to have a licence to fish anyway, haven't you?
Yeah. I know when I were in Scotland earlier on this year, you don't have to here, do you?
No, you
You just
don't.
fish where you want.
And I felt a bit more normal.
No, there's only English get licence for everything we
You have to
do.
pay for everything, don't you? Enjoy the rest of your day, man.
Right, mate. Cheers.
What a day. Just come down, sit next to the canal, ponder with your thoughts. Hopefully catch a few fish. So yeah, you do have to put the fish back, and you do need a licence. I did know that anyway, but I thought I'd ask him anyway, and then it's on cam. And for all you people that are not familiar with this area, a little bit of information for you from the fisherman's mouth. I think there's some more up here. So I'm definitely glad I decided to walk back alongside the canal, because it is really beautiful, and my feet aren't aching anymore. I think my feet are as excited as what I am, and my batteries are doing okay. The 5 weirs walk drained one battery completely, and now I'm on my second one, and this is about 50% of the way through. So the GoPro batteries last for just over an hour. And because it's a GoPro 8, you can only use GoPro 8 batteries to get the best quality of your camera. You can use older batteries, but your camera is restricted. Right, do I turn left or do I turn right? Let's have a look. Oh, definitely left. Yeah, so I got a GoPro battery free with my camera, and then I bought another one as a spare, and then decided that still wasn't enough, so I bought a third one. And they're not cheap, they're £20 each, you know, for an hour's worth of filming, but 3 hours should be enough. And I've always got my cheap version of a GoPro as a backup with a couple of batteries, so that should be enough. Don't know where I've come out. Yeah, oh, hang on. Oh, there we go. That was easy enough. Yeah, so this battery's already less than halfway, but this should last me until I get back to the city centre. Where did that come from? Ah, that would have been if I'd have crossed that bridge, I think. Sheffield Arena over there. There's talk that that's not going to open up after the lockdown. It's going to close for good, which, I mean, it's, to be honest, it's a pretty poor venue, but it is, you know. Saw David Bowie there. Seen some good bands there. It would be a shame for it to close. It would probably become, I don't know, what would you use an old arena for other than events? Anyway, let's keep going. So a little bit of a scary incident there. As I was just walking, I could see ahead a group of about 10 lads just underneath, not this small footbridge here, but the one just before, just sat underneath, all kind of staring at me and watching me as I approach. And I mean, there's no one around here, you know, so there was a little, I could have got off the canal just before I reached them. There was an exit, but well, I'm not going to do that, am I? Anyway, as I approached them, I got right up to them, and they were literally all just staring at me. And then one of them said something. I said hello to them, and then one of them said something, asked me a question. I asked him, I couldn't work out what he said. And then he said, "Do you smoke weed, mate?" And I saw he was smoking a joint, and then I could smell the joint. I said, "No, I'm good, thanks." And he said, "Oh, no worries," and that was it. So, you know, it was not as scary as I thought, initially thought. Now, if I was brave, like Mr. Bold and Bankrupt, then I'd have kept the camera rolling and recorded the entire interaction. I'm not sure how appreciative a gang of lads from Attercliffe smoking joint underneath a bridge would be of me sticking a camera in the face. Yeah, and I certainly don't want to have my GoPro nicked after I've only used it about 3 times. So I put the GoPro away for that whole little interaction. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get used to not being kind of nervous of situations like that when I go travelling, because I do want to record everything and I want to put myself in them positions, because that's the interesting stuff, isn't it, really? Oh wow, some nice street art. Can't remember this from last time. Trying to take photos and vlog it at the same time. Seen better days. Ah, somebody, one of my friends on Instagram posted these this morning. And I wondered why I'd not didn't recognise them, because I have been out on the street art walk and never seen them, and that's why, because they're down here. Oh, are these going to attack me, or are they going to fly away? Let's see if I can get a nice slow mo. They're not going anywhere. I thought they'd have flown off by now. Come on, guys. It's a standoff. That one looks very dangerous. I don't like the look of that one. They're making a weird noise, aren't they? Oh. I didn't get my slow-mo shot. What about these? They're resting. like an old junkyard. And what is that place? There's like a tyre on a rope, which it's not someone's house, is it? No, that's a workplace. I have no idea if I were to take them steps and go back to the onto the road, so I have no idea whereabouts I'd be. Oh, this tells me Bacon Lane. What a fine name for a place. Got some psychedelia going on in there. Very nice. So the last bridge that I just walked under before I got to it, very pungent smell in the air, and sure enough when I got there, there's a couple of lads enjoying a jazz cigarette. Didn't get offered any this time, they just seemed to ignore me. So but yeah, if you need some of the old hippie cabbage, get yourself down to the canal at Tinsley. It's everywhere. Remember this place from last time? I don't think we're that far away from the end now. I'm not sure what madebymartin.co.uk sells, but he likes his skeletons. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's one over there as well, 9 skeletons. Pretty sure that we're not far from the end now. I think a few more 100 metres and then that'll be the end of the Tinsley Canal walk. I don't know what this is on the other side. Try not to fall in, Scott. So if just get around this corner, might give us some indication as to how far we've got left. Start to see a few more houseboats. I think after the next bridge we might be at the city canal basin. This is the Midland Railway Bridge, so I'm presuming we're not that far away from the station. So yeah, after that bridge I think that's it. Walk past that one. So that was bridge number 3, Cadman Bridge, and the one before it was number 4, so that suggests there's 2 more bridges before we get back to the city centre. There's been some odd experiences on this part of the walk, coming back into the city centre. Not only could I have bought drugs on at least 2 occasions. Oh, hang on, let's see what this is. Yeah, but then there was a nice little bit of street art just at the other side of that bridge that I would have liked to have filmed, but there was a guy sat on the bench right in front of it with a bag full of carling, and he seemed happy enough, but I don't think he would have wanted to move just so I could point my camera at the wall behind him. And then I just seen a guy with his kids with their nets, just scooping the nets in the water, and a little kid was playing next to the river, got a yo-yo in his hand, and he waved at me to say hello, and I waved back and then looked at him, and he's covered in blood. Just literally, he must have had like the mother of all nosebleeds, because it was all dried up around his nose, but his face was just completely covered in mud. Sorry, blood. So yeah, some interesting sights on the old Tinsley Canal walk. I'm guessing this is number 2. Yeah, the Wicker Viaduct. So we're really back to base now. Cyclists use blast lane. Sounds exciting. Is this bridge number 1? Is that it? Guessing it is. Sheffield Inner Ring Road Bridge. It's not got a number on it, but it is a bridge, and it's the first one, so there we go. Back at the, well, not back here, we haven't been there yet, at the Chief Quay, Victoria Quays, Sheffield. The last time we did this canal walk, oh, that's nice. Another one here. Wonder if there's anything on the other side. Let's have a look without falling in. Oh, there is. I'm gonna have to go back now. Oh. How pretty. Well, that's brought me back. I keep saying back. I've not been here yet. That's brought me to the Victoria Quays, and my GoPro battery is now down to 3%. So 1 battery going, 1 battery coming back. And don't know if much is open around here. There are lots of bars and restaurants. So there's a few people sat outside. A beer would be nice, actually. Could I have a beer? Sit outside, enjoy a beer. Is that even a bar or is it a restaurant? Looks like a bar. Right, time to investigate. At gmail.com. So I finished the walk. It took about an hour and 15 minutes, and I decided that I would go for a beer. So I've come to the Dorothy Packs, and you can't go in, they're just serving beers from the door, and people are just sat outside. It's very nice. And this is the first beer I've had from a pub in months, 3-4 months, something. And I went for the cheapest, £3 for a bottle. It's a decent sized bottle, so happy days. Fully recommend doing the 5 Weirs walk and the canal walk. Do the blue loop. It takes you about between 4 and 5 hours to do the whole thing, and it's on a nice day like this. It's definitely worth doing. I've really enjoyed it, and I hope you've enjoyed watching me on my mini adventure. So see you next time.